Started. Welcome to Friday's 90-day 10x Rhino Run. We have a lot of titles for these calls, but ultimately what they are is you plug in, you get all the good stuff to take with you when you get off this call to go crush your business. My name's Katie Rollins. I am an independent promoter with the incredible company Pruvit, and I'm super excited to host today's call. It's Friday. It's the best day of the week. That was what my son was telling me this morning when I was dropping him off, and I was like, yes, son, and it's also the first. The first is new slate, fresh slate, new month, always the most exciting day of the month, I think. And I don't know how many people on here, I'm just curious, how many people on here were up until the wee hours of the night last night with me? Who was up late? Like, woo, yes, lots of hands. Katie Estrada's like, sister, like all the way, yes. Feel free to drop it in the comments too. I love it. I love the end of the month push. I'm always exhausted, but I always wake up just like ready, feet hit the ground running. So super excited because yesterday on yesterday's call, we got to rattle off a whole bunch of incredible people who crushed their business. We got to talk about a bunch of people in the chat thread who took their business to the next level with rank advancements, and it's always super exciting. I love it because yesterday we had a couple more COCs. We had a couple more pro champs that entered into the circle, and it's pretty awesome. One of them broke while on the call. So while y'all are here in the chat, let's do a quick celebration and congrats to Abby Smith, who smashed COC yesterday, literally during the call. You are amazing, sister. We've got Jody Hoyt, smash champion yesterday as well. We have Melissa Bryon. I got it. Yes. She hit Pro Jam 7 yesterday. Super Crush City, and it's awesome because we actually got to talk to her. You guys got to actually hear a lot from Melissa last night on our COC success profile. So I'm going to talk about that in a couple minutes. But what I would love to hear, guys, is as well, like, rank advancement's awesome, okay? You know what else is pretty awesome? Showing up, running as fast as you can, and working as hard as you can, and staying committed. And regardless of what it showed in the Pulse app, who in your team, who your business partners, your friends, just crushed it last month in showing up. They got the momentum going. Every single day you saw them working. Go ahead and drop them in the comment. Oh man, we got a whole lot. But those that pushed, and you know what I mean, like the ones that like they were showing up when it was hard, when things were not convenient for them, when they were being faced with people giving them objections. Oh my goodness, here we go. All right, so we have a slew of people who are Kayla Kelly, Bree Whalen, absolutely, Mick Carrier, Nicole Mendez, Wendy Clark, Cindy Landry, Amanda Tootin, Bianca Parent, Andrea Dombrowski, Alicia Ali B, Emily Santiago. Oh, we got a lot of repeats in here. Zach Purdue, David, Kim Reyes, Alexis Brady, or Alexis Whalen, JK, Yvonne Mercado, Kayla Kelly, Kelly Ulis. I love it when there's double names. Ashley Marie, Hannah Sutton, Layla Holdeman. Like, okay, Corey, Rachel Robinson. Guys, there's literally not enough time for me to read all these. You guys are all amazing. Like, super great job. Be so proud of yourself. I know that, we're going to hand this over here to Bryon in a minute, and I'm really, really excited because I know Friday is one of his favorite days. I know the new month is always something that lights him up, and I'm just so excited for him to pour his heart and soul into us with a little bit of push at the same time. So I'm going to kick this over to Bryon Jaymes. I got to find him real quick because I know that he is here somewhere. Hold on one second. Bryon.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can. What's going on, friend?
Beautiful. Amazing. It's Friday. It's best day. I'm fired up. So many incredible things taking place. And first off, I just want to let everybody give Katie a big round for being such an amazing, incredible, thoughtful host this entire week. Even on Monday when she actually was planning on being the host and ended up being the trainer, her AQ. This is something I talked about with leadership yesterday with Circle Champions and Above and some special invites. Katie was such an incredible example this week of IQ, which obviously she knows this business. EQ, her ability to handle all the emotional things that come along with having the responsibility of working with a lot of people. It's, your EQ gets flexed big time as a leader. And then lastly, her AQ, her adaptability quotient, her ability to be able to adapt to little things that happen along the way. So anyways, I just thank you so much, Katie. You're incredible. I think, and what's awesome is I think she'll nod her head to tell you that even in this situation, with the amount that I've seen her grow since she was here, in this last week, she grew a little bit more. Why? Because, you know, that's the goal for all of us. And what I would love to do, just real quick, is everybody just take a moment, and I don't want you to put it in the chat. I don't want you to do anything. I want you to literally just close your eyes for 10 seconds and think about somebody or something that you're grateful for. That's it. Just something super simple. Somebody or something that you're grateful for. Awesome. So, beautiful. Now we're ready. Give me a big double hands up if you're ready to rock and roll here, folks. All right, I'm going to share some good stuff. I literally think today it is super, super important. It's not going to take a long time, but it may be the number one downfall that I see of people in this business, okay? So, but before I get to that, first off, I just want to congratulate all of you for being here. I don't know what the damn text said because I'm not really worried about the days, but I basically know that this has been week 2 now of our 90-day Rhino run. So I want y'all to just give yourself a pat on the back for just being here, for still being here. You know, here's what I'll tell you. Distractions, everything that, you know, hopefully I did a good job of helping anchor and set up some expectations on the first day, but understand that, hey, did the world like kind of move aside for your 90-day Rhino run? Was the weather perfect? Did all the family situations in your life just go on pause? Did that happen? The answer is no. I know it didn't happen. If anything, because you let the universe know that, hey, I'm going to crush some shit over the next 90 days. You know what the universe probably did? Oh, we'll see. We'll see if you're going to crush some stuff over the next. We'll see if you're going to actually commit and actually see it through. We'll see. So here's what the universe did. It just trickled on a little bit more stuff. Bad weather, kids staying home from school, somebody got sick, right? Something that you did not expect to happen most likely happened. But here's what I will tell you. Hopefully y'all are listening to the 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. I love it. And this is something I'll just briefly mention too, is that I forget if it's in chapter 5 or 6. He says, don't be a little b, which ultimately equates to don't have a victim mentality, right? It's your attitude. It's how you deal with something. It was the same in the TD Jakes leadership video that I literally listened to for maybe the 15th, 20th, 30th time after actually being there live. He literally said the same thing. It's not about the adversity. It's literally how you deal with it. And it's understanding that every adversity comes with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. The bottom line is you will never see that benefit if your head is not up and your eyes are not open, right? So I just want to say a big congratulations for just being here, just persevering and pushing through. Life happens, and I'm just going to tell you this. Based on your rank, based on the amount of money you make, based on the amount of people on your team, I just have a little tip for you. It doesn't make life any easier. I promise you that. Now maybe you actually have a little bit extra resources with time and money to deal with the shit that comes your way, but it's still going to be the same shit. It's still going to look the same. It's still going to smell the same, and it's still going to stick to you the same way it did before, right? Now you quickly get it off of you. So bottom line is that's the first thing. The next one is I want to say just thank you so much to those that contribute, those that literally go out of their way to take time to prepare for you. We had Alexis Brady on Tuesday that absolutely crushed the attraction training. It was absolutely awesome. On Tuesday, we had Abigail, maybe the best training I've ever seen her give on Wednesday in the connection piece. Then yesterday, we had Kelsey that absolutely crushed experience and enroll. And for those of y'all, I would literally say that if you just go back and review the attraction, the connection, and the experience and enroll from just this week, y'all will make so much of an impact in 2019. You're going to make a lot of money. You're going to grow a really big team. You're going to have a whole lot of customers, and stuff is going to really go your way this year. If number one, you absolutely get that inside of your DNA, what they trained over the last 3 days. But number two, you get it into your teams. Seriously, give me your freaking favorite fire emoji and do a dance or a thing for me on screen if this last week has been awesome for you. It's been awesome for your teams. It's been awesome for your own awarenesses. Who appreciates these ladies that absolutely crushed it this week? Okay, beautiful. Amazing. Okay. On to my next point, which is it's best day. Today is Friday. I talked about it last week, is that Friday is best day. Remember, we talked about the fact that, remember this, is that this set me free a long time ago. It got me through some serious downturns in my life. And that is one of my mentors telling me, hey, Bryon, would you stop allowing your external environment to control your freaking attitude, to control your actions? He said, just stop. He said, you can't control it. You can't control the damn economy. You can't control the government shutdown. You can't control that, your grandmother got sick. You can't control that your dog has, something going on with him. You got to take him to it. It has a great big vet bill. You can't. Here's the two things that you can control every morning you wake up. And if you understand this, it will set you free. Number one is your attitude. Number two, your actions. That's it. It's the only two things you can control on a daily basis. Remember, there is no outside environment that can dictate your attitude. It is up to you to accept it or not. It's up to you to accept it or deny it. So the bottom line is that what is your attitude look like? And most likely it's in direct correlation to your action. And I just don't mean in your business. I mean, what's the action in your family, right? Because that increases your attitude. What's your action in your relationships? What is your action in your personal development? What is your action in all areas of your life? Because I guarantee you it's in direct correlation to the attitude that you currently have and the attitude that you're displaying to the rest of the world. And I will tell you this, success is a lot easier with great attitude. I promise you, you will attract people and opportunities to you if you have a great attitude. Super, super important. Here's what I love about this, is that Friday, best day, which what's that mean? For most people, it's the time in which the world kind of gives them a little, pat on the butt to say, hey, it's Friday, baby. And tomorrow's Saturday, baby. But then once Sunday, it kind of gets back and, oh shit, I got to go back to the real world, right? And it starts to set in. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you got to have your skill set with people to, how to deal with people, how to do you got to be on point. You got to really flex the personal development and all the things that you've learned. But on Friday and Saturday, I'll tell you what, like I mentioned before, if you're willing to stay consistent in your DMOs and your calls to action that you've been given from this past 2 weeks, you'll literally get a 10X because of the way people are thinking, because of the way people are feeling. It's Friday, it's best day. Here's what I love about that. Just so happens that today, Friday, best day, when people are most receptive and responsive to things, especially things that you're going to have, that you've attracted to them, is that it's also the first. It's the first of the month. And I will tell you this, never ever. Here's how Bryan's month runs. My month runs from the 15th to the 15th. And here's the reason why. It's because I don't want to have a start and a stop time in the most important times of the month. What are the most important times of the month? The end and the beginning. You don't want to create a line, a division between the two. Get traditional thinking, get your traditional calendar out of your damn mind. If you want to take a vacation, if you want to take a couple of days on a breather, if you want to do a staycation, do it on the 15th. Do it in the middle of the month. Keep your momentum going. And here's the reason why. Many of you have pushed harder in the last week, in the last few days, than you maybe have pushed since you've been in a business. What did that do? It created more opportunities for you than you maybe have ever had. More transactions. Now you have the ability to turn those transactions into real relationships with customers, real relationships with promoters. That's how you start building a team. That's how you start accomplishing and breaking ranks that have the ability to sustain and maintain through time, right? So this is incredibly important. So for instance, I'm going to give you a little example. How much more powerful, and I know we've repeated this a few times, but have you ever waited to a sale to take action? Katie, I remember specifically saying this, I think on Monday. Have you ever waited for a sale to take action? Here's the problem. You're now in a place of being reactive versus proactive. For many of you that decided on this 90-day Rhino run, you absolutely took the calls to action. You were proactive, and now you realize when an opportunity came, you were prepared for it, and most likely you got better results than you've ever got in the past. Why? Because you approached it from a proactive standpoint than a reactive standpoint. And what we typically do is that here's what we'll do. We will take out of order. Remember, it's attract, connect, and experience and enroll. Here's what we typically like to do. Why? Because sometimes we get lazy, we're not proactive, and what do? We try to jump straight into experience and enroll because we're reacting to an opportunity that's now become available to us. And what do? We crush the opportunity for replication. We crush the opportunity for multiplication. And 9 times out of 10, we crush the success that we could have otherwise had because we did not run the play. We did not go ACE. We went ECA, which made us an ASS. And that's not what we want, right? We want to run the play properly. So here's something that I did that I already had an awareness of. I put up an attraction post on social media, and I already knew that I would most likely, unless somebody that I had already AC with, I knew that unless they were one to respond, most likely I was not going to be able to execute any of that attraction piece in the current situation, in the current opportunity of the sale that we had. Hang with me here. I knew it. I had an awareness, and sure enough, based on a response, maybe like 50, 60 responses to an attraction that I put out there, there was only one person that I had gone through the connection piece with and even moved into the experience piece with that I was actually able to enroll. So here's what's important for Bryon today. Today's best day, today's Friday. So guess what I'm doing? I'm going to go back. I'm taking exactly what Abigail taught all of you to do, and I'm literally starting to implement it right now today. It's so awesome. The family and the kids, we're going to go up the Big Bear for the weekend. We're going to go snowboard, but I will be working my ass off in 60 different opportunities to make sure I take advantage of connecting those people to the resources we have. And then number 2, I cannot wait to implement all of the tips, tricks, and hacks that Kelsey gave yesterday in order to freaking smash the 5 and 10 day experience with all of those people, right? It's so awesome when you're proactive and you have an awareness, because here's what's awesome. At some point, another opportunity is going to come. And when that opportunity is going to come, I am going to have this entire pipeline of people to insert into that opportunity and maximize it, right? And I'm going to be able to ultimately turn those attraction opportunities that have created transactions, I'm going to be able to turn them into relationships. So let's move on to my main piece here. Now, I need y'all to be with me here. This is it. I'm going to give you something right now that if you understand this and you apply this and you have an awareness for this, you will absolutely be more productive than you've ever been in your Pruvit business. You guys, are you good for that? Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you want that. Because if you don't, that's okay. We'll end it now. I'll turn it back over to Katie, and y'all can just go. Okay, beautiful, awesome. I'm playing with you a little bit. Relax, it's Friday, it's best day. Okay, you can't get mad. So here we go. Now, I'm going to weave this in to your Go Challenge now. This is something that I learned a long time ago, and here's what's unfortunate, is what we have to fight. When I give you the awareness around this, what you have to fight is the human dynamic. And what do I mean by that? You have to fight a little bit of your caring, compassionate, and 9 times out of 10, I'm just going to teach you how not to get taken advantage of is really what it comes down to. So here's I'm going to give you a framework and help you understand that if you have an awareness around this, you guys will be so much more productive in your business. So when you're enrolling somebody, I'm going to give you an example, right? I'm going to give you an example, and I want to say right here that we have 1, 2, 3. Let's do this first. 9, okay? Give you different boxes here. Okay. Either way, there's 9 different shapes up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What that's going to be, now we're not going to get into customers, promoters, what have you. I want to speak specifically, we're going to talk about, and I'm going to weave this into the Go Challenge, okay? The Go Challenge. When you start somebody, you already know the basic elements of the Go Challenge, right? You know that you have 14 days to complete your Go Pro, and you know that for your Go Pro, you need at least 1 promoter. We all understand that, correct? Okay? When we move on to our MVP, we've got 30 days and we understand we need another promoter, right? Okay, so super important. And I'm going to help you understand how this correlates and how this literally moves right into your Go Challenge. But here's the thing. It's going to take you, and I want to give you a period of 120 days. And the reason why I'm using 120 days is this. All-Star. All-Star is what? How many days do you have to accomplish All-Star? 120 days. 120 days to help 5 different businesses, 5 separate promoters do what? Go MVP. Is everybody tracking with me, right? There's Go Pro, there's Go MVP, and there's Go All-Star, which is helping 5 separate parts of your business, 5 personally promoted promoters. That sounded weird. 5 separate personally sponsored promoters you're going to help Go MVP. Is everybody tracking with me? Give me a thumbs up if you're tracking with me, okay? So over the next 90 days, or excuse me, 120 days, all right? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you do what you've been trained over just this last week, you're going to have those that become promoters based on past experience. You're going to have those that are customers that transition from customers to promoters. But let's say that over the next 90 days of this Rhino run, I'm just using our time frame, that if you execute in the next 90 days, you still have another 90 to accomplish this. Another 90, right? Isn't that what 120? No, sorry. My math is freaking awful. Another 30 days, okay? Another 30 days. So we're making a 90-day Rhino run, 120 days. 120 days equates to basically 4 months, right? Okay, I'm terrible at geology. I never paid attention, okay? I know it's geography. Stop, people, okay? All right, bottom line is this, is that we're going to imagine that it takes the next 120 days to get 9 promoters, 9 personally sponsored promoters, right? If you run this 90 days, you'll have them within the 90 days. Now, I'm going to break this down for you to help you understand this, because here it comes, folks. Here's what you need to know. I'm going to break it down. Okay? Here's the problem, and here's what typically happens, is that over the next 90 to 120 days, you're going to sponsor 9 personal promoters. 3 of them are going to be ready now. 3 of them are going to be ready later. And 3 of them, literally, the moment that they enrolled, they never intended. They completely maybe told you something and did the other thing. Those are the people that ultimately we get sucked into. We 9 times out of 10, we know that we forced them to become a promoter. We know that we drug them along. We know that that happened. But here's my very simple point, is that if you do not put your focus in the right place, this will absolutely cripple and crush your business. Follow along here. This is super important. Check this out. Here's what we will naturally do as human beings. We will take a majority of our time and we will put it with these 3 people, trying to get them to do something that they never freaking wanted to do in the first place. Then our leftover time we'll give to these 3 people, the people that they're not ready right now. They're not ready right now. They've given you every indication that they're not ready right now. They're not ready right now. Here's what they need to be ready. They need to see you having success and spending your time with somebody else that is ready to show them why they should be ready. It's super, super important. And then here's what we do. We completely ignore these effing people. They're the ones that wanted to do it. They're the ones that wanted to be with you. They're the ones that wanted to run with you. They're the ones that wanted to crush it with you. But you thought because they said that they don't need any help. They're going to do it on their own. And here's what will automatically happen, and here's what you'll realize. By the time you get messing around with these people that never wanted you in the first place, they will leave you high and dry. And they gave you every indication of that to begin with. These ones that were later, that you never showed the success that they needed to see, now they're gone, now they're gone. And by the time you're like, holy shit, there's these, you come over here and you know what? You wasted so much time over here. You did not dig in with them and help them have success. You did not help them go pro. You did not help them go MVP. You did not help them go all-star. And therefore, what you did is you completely crushed your entire business. Now it's all gone. Now you got to go start over again. So what do you need to do? You focus on these three. You give them all of your time. You literally, I am committed to you as much as you're committed to me. We're running together. These people, I'm available. I'm available to you whenever you're ready. I'm available to you. So I'm available to these three. Hey, I forgot they existed. Literally. You have to. But your little human heart's going to say, but they need it. Like they need it real bad. You know, they need it, and they told me they wanted it, and they said that. And no, they didn't. Like you're getting sucked into that human dynamic. They're fooling you. I promise you this. And at the same time, the momentum you need to take your business to circle a champion, pro champ, rank 8, rank 9, rank 10, you know, to make a massive impact, it requires you to work with people that want to work with you. This is so incredibly important. Yes, I see somebody saying all areas of life. Absolutely. So check this out. Let me show you how this is going to fit into your Go Challenge. What you're going to do is the people that and here's the thing. Do you know what's so crazy about this? It's a deck of cards. It's a deck of cards, right? Let's just say we're looking for aces right now. The aces may not come. The ace may come here. The ace may come here. And the ace may come here. I only put it this way to show you that I'm breaking it down into 3 separate sections. Now, later, never. But it will be mixed when you do it. Okay, so there's a circle here. Boom, I got an ace. That person was close to me. Boom, I got a never person right here. I got a later person right here. Boom, I got another person, right? I got another never. I got another never. Now I got another. So it's not going to come out of order. I don't know. Maybe sometimes the aces will be the first 3 out of the deck. Maybe they'll be the last 3 out of the deck. Bottom line is you don't know. You just need to have the awareness is who is now, who is later, and who is never. This is so incredibly stinking important because it will determine on if you get the momentum you need. And ultimately, check this out. If you're working with your 3 now, and I'm sorry, I destroyed my visual here, but if you focus on the 3 nows, guess what? You take the next 30 days, 60 days to help the next 90 days to find your 3 that are the nows. You help them go MVP. Guess what's going to come out of the woodworks? 2 of your laters. And when you get 2 of your laters, now you've got 2 more MVPs because the laters were waiting to see what you did with the nows. And when you help the 3 nows go MVP, now guess what? You're going to be able to help 2 of the 3 laters. And what's awesome is eventually you're going to, as you continue to stay in personal momentum mode and you start gaining more awarenesses, as you start having more experiences to be able to help people, you'll start replacing these nevers with more nows and more laters. And as your business grows, they will always fall into those categories. But the number one destructive thing that I see that happen in people's businesses is they focus and give all their time to the nevers. They give their leftover time to the laters, and they absolutely ruin the opportunity. I see a lot of you like, oh my God, yes, I did it. I've been doing it, right? It's okay though, because I'm going to settle down a little bit and tell you that, listen, it's just you have a heart to help people, and sometimes when we do too much enabling, and you probably have had the experience in your own personal life, and now it's carried over into your business. Remember this is not a social club. This is not a hangout thing. This is not a nonprofit. This is a business, and you have to treat it like a business. And I promise you, if you will just if you'll learn this at the foundational level in the Go Challenge, you'll have a big, 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 big business. You have a big business. You automatically always want to be filtering people and assessing people. Are you now? Are you later? Are you never? Their ultimate, what they are is going to come out of not only their mouth. You got to sometimes be careful for that because they're going to tell you one thing, but I'm assessing their actions. And that's ultimately what we need to make sure that we're doing. So hopefully this helped. It was a major awareness for me, and I promise you I would not have been able to accomplish a tenth of what I've been able to do if it was not for gaining this awareness and this understanding. So with that, I'm out of time. I'm going to turn it back over to you, Miss Katie Ross. Sorry for being preachy, people. Sorry for being preachy. I just get overly excited sometimes. So anyways, back to you.
I'm going to need you to retract that apology because that was seriously the best thing ever, Bryon, and everyone on here agrees. That was like, what do y'all think right now? Who said Ken's like, I'm ready to do shit right now? Like, That was so amazing, dude. Like, the thing I love the most about that, aside from it being a visual, is like, it's a numbers game too. Like, you're bringing people in, you're assessing where they are, and you move forward accordingly. It's literally that simple. That was awesome, Bryon. Thank you so much. For certain, that is going to be a recording that you're going to want to watch again. Like, and then turn around, look at the business. Let's assess what you have going on. So without me kind of beating that to death, I'm going to shift gears a little bit. I want to do two different things right now. I want to, one, who was on our COC Success Profile interview last night? Who was on there live and got to watch Melissa B's story? Yeah, y'all. How many people, keep your hands raised if you're a person, or raise it. How many people have you ever had the conversation with Pruvit about, and they respond with, I can't do that. I don't have a network. I don't know how to sell things. I would not be able to do what you're doing. How many people have heard that before? Okay. Back pocket, you need to be carrying that link to Melissa B's story for like the rest of your business, okay, for the rest of your life here, because she is incredible. She just hit rank 7 yesterday, 6 months into this business with zero network, with zero experience. She was a mom who's a teacher who saw a vision for something better and realized that her current situation was not feeding that vision. So she found Pruvit and knew that that was it and was going to chase it. Her story is amazing. So make sure that you're sharing that link with people, that you're tagging people in that video, and get that story out there. So because this week has been incredible, guys, and I also want to remind you that as amazing as we all are here as a family and a community working together with each other, we also have our Pruvit training tomorrow morning at 11:15 Eastern time on the Pruvit promoter page. So every Saturday, 11:15 Eastern, there's going to be an incredible training that's going to go live within that promoter page that you can plug into. So especially if you just brought someone new into your team as well, make sure that you're letting them know about that, because that's not something that they just know to go find. So it's just like anything else. It's leading with the people who are, it's leading the people that are raising their hand saying, right now, I want to go hit GoPro. I want to go hit MVP. I have goals XYZ. You lead them to those tools that are going to help them do it, and you support them. So I am just so excited to really just dive back into everything here once we get off this call. Thank you so much, Bryon. That was an amazing training. We really appreciate it. And we are looking forward to seeing y'all on Monday for week 3, which is kind of nuts already that we're just wrapped up week 2. So with that, everyone, have a great rest of your day. Happy Friday to y'all. And we will see you next week, and see you guys on the Saturday training tomorrow on the live. Bye-bye.